Hi everyone, it's Maybelle. I'm back with another reading. So I was called to bring out my little squirrel and do a spirit squirrel message for us tonight. Lately I've been seeing a squirrel or different squirrels come visit in usually in my backyard. Today I saw one on I guess they're like the electrical wires, and it was just eating up there, and after it seemed to finish eating, it decided to kind of run across and kind of hop into the tree in the neighbor's yard. So I was just thinking about, what that could tell us as far as a message. I'm also going to be pulling some oracle cards to see if there's additional, messages that God Source Spirit would like to bring through for us watching. Anybody who's been experiencing either squirrels in ordinary ways or in extraordinary, I guess, visits. What I do feel might be part of the message coming through from the squirrel that I saw, is that they're hardworking, they are practical, they prepare, so fall is coming and they're probably storing food, but this one seemed to be nourishing itself in the present, so living in the moment, and they are kind of playful and joyful. And I did notice trying to keep its balance as it ran across quickly. We could even hear its paws kind of when it was prancing on the wire, which was kind of cool to see and different. Normally they kind of hang on a little more carefully, but this one in particular was able to balance, even though it was pretty quickly like running across. So just some things, the characteristics or the actual actions that the squirrel or squirrels that you come in contact with or come into, watching them either from a window or from even videos, however they enter your life, might be telling you something, and it depends on what you notice their actions to be and how it resonates with your life. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the oracle cards next. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, comment if you'd like to see me do other types of readings, and let's get started with what other messages might be coming through from the squirrel energy. What does Squirrel Spirit message want us to know right now? Okay, nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. So that's, basically what I feel like whenever we see, something, it's intuitively really what is it trying to tell you personally. So let's see if we can get another one from this deck. What are we being told when we pay attention to the squirrel message? Okay, hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. I am hearing, I don't know if you all can hear that, but I heard a siren. So either some type of maybe alert or warning. Okay, what is the message? Okay, we had several cards fall. What is the message from the squirrel? How can we learn? Okay, Midheaven Pinnacle. That's card number 36. So 36, 3 and 6 together make 9. This can be a card talking about the peak. So maybe like the peak of one's career. 9s are numbers of exploration, of higher learning, of philosophy. You may want to look into astrology, check out your birth chart and see what you have at the top of your chart in the midheaven. This may have to do with social status, career. Message from the squirrel. Okay, wow. So 9th house exploration. And that's card number 47. You may be seeing 1111 and also 47 together. 4-7 would make 11. So maybe endings and new beginnings. But 9th house exploration is similar to the number 9 for the Pinnacle card. So talking about philosophy, exploration, exploring, travel, long distance travel, and also travel in the mind, also higher learning. What else can we learn from Squirrel's spiritual message? Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. So the squirrel that I saw today, and usually the ones that I see are kind of solo. I have in the past seen, them playing together, and usually that's kind of out either at like national parks or arboretums or like larger kind of natural wild spaces. I live in a pretty urban, we have neighbors and yards and what else can we learn from spirit symbolism? Surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. How interesting. The squirrel that I saw today had its tail, because it kind of stayed on the wire for a, I would say, a decent amount of time while it was eating. Its tail was kind of tense, and it seemed like it was kind of holding on and very like tense, which was unusual to me, and that's kind of why it drew more of my attention. So be yielding, not rigid. I would say probably like in that balance. In a balanced way. Find like the middle ground in a situation. Be flexible. Be willing to hear others out. Okay, what is the message? What is the message we need to hear right now? Okay, so optimism and playing it safe. Playing it safe. We'll get some other oracle cards, but playing itself safe might talk about being practical and, prepared. But optimism, and I'm looking at all those fruits and things, and I just received a text message, so you may be receiving a text message or a message. And what I'm getting right now is to be like optimistic. I almost feel like when you are expecting news or expecting a message or messages, to receive them with a positive outlook, as opposed to, what now, Okay, so let's see what else. What else for this squirrel messages reading? Okay, Storm Spirit Chaos, and that's card number 42. 4 and 2 together make 6, and this card up here did have 6. 6 is a card or a number of balance and give and take. It's of equality, of the lovers in the tarot. We also have this one here that has 1 and consciousness. So about the self. So it's important to have that kind of positive outlook, that joyful attitude. Chaos, Storm Spirit, this card, I think we might read from the book on it, but I do believe that it talks about like the calm and the calm before the storm, and also when things seem chaotic, it's to usher in like a time of healing. And if things seem like stagnant, or kind of like the playing it safe card, if things seem like if they're not going anywhere, or just kind of lack of energy, squirrels can also be pretty energetic, and they do represent kind of energy. So this may talk about the need to kind of stir things up a little bit. Okay. Foggy Bog and Patience. And that's card number 18. 1 and 8 together make 9. Again, we have 9. So more exploration, higher learning, philosophy. And this card, Patience, talks about having patience when you can't really see like what's necessarily ahead. And it's a good time to kind of wait it out a little bit. There might be, with the hidden depths, these two kind of go together with their messages to like be patient. Something will come to light. Okay, what else? Are there any other messages for this spirit animal reading? Okay, cow, give with unconditional love and grace. Archangels Raphael and Mary. Any more? And snake, live according to your divine essence. The elemental kingdom. And this card talks about can you trust those around you, but also be prepared because things are about to change. Are you ready to kind of burst forth and shed a skin, shed an old skin? Living according to your divine essence. These cards, they normally have, like down here, archangels Raphael and Mary. They normally have archangels associated with them, but this card here talks about the elemental kingdom. So the different elements, earth, air, fire, water, and making sure to keep that balanced energy, either by getting grounded or by making sure you're hydrated, or spending time out in nature, and doing meditation, making sure you're connected to God, Source, Spirit. Okay, we'll see with this deck. Do we have any more? A lot of excited dogs. Oh, now that I think about it, so the squirrel was trying to almost stay still on the wire because of the dog next door. So, as I'm just remembering, part of the time when the squirrel had decided to kind of run across the wires, it did pause for a moment and kind of like pretend like it wasn't there. It almost looked like it was trying to stay very still, so that the dog next door would not see it. So I guess maybe be aware of like the barking dog. Again, in the beginning of the reading, we heard that siren, and then we get the storm spirit chaos card as well. But also optimism. was one of the cards that we got. And I mean, the squirrel was really, there had like nothing to be afraid of with the dog anyway. Okay, what can we learn? What's the message? Okay, voyage. And again, we have another travel or voyage card. And illumination. So something hidden is coming to light. There's some type of illumination, messages from God's source spirit. Trust your journey, trust your life path is guided, and like, what is it that you want to do? Where is it that you want to go? Kind of start having a plan, get prepared, enjoy the journey. And step into your power. And again, wow. So here we have another very like energetic card. And if you haven't yet watched the Mars into Gemini reading, I just posted. Mars is in Gemini from August 20th until March 25th of 2023. And normally it's not, in any sign for longer than really a couple months at a time usually. But because of a retrograde period occurring from October to January as well, Mars is going to be in Gemini for an extended period of time. So when we talk about Mars, we also talk about energy. And because it's going to be in Gemini, a sign of usually known for communication and curiosity and playfulness, also neighborhoods, and can be also anxious and of two minds about a situation. So we might see kind of like an imbalance, maybe trouble making decisions and things like that. So standing in your power and finding that balance, using energy wisely, using your power wisely is going to be important at this time as well. All right, so I think we'll end the reading there. I think we got a lot of very good messages from Squirrel and God's Source Spirit tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope that it was helpful for you. If you feel that it resonated, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you have any ideas for future readings. I'd love to see your comments, your likes, and shares help the channel grow. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribed since day one, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. Take care.